Starts beginning of last season to get yourself into the top 8, which we did. Fortunately, had a good quarter final at home against Tears Galaxy, which has now put us into the semi-final. I think the mood in the camp is really good. Having come off 2 good wins, having qualified for the next preliminary stage of the continental competition. So I think we can go into the game against Sundowns on Wednesday, with a great deal of optimism. We all know and understand the quality that Sundowns possesses. I don't need to elaborate on that, being one of the best teams in the continent, a team filled with Bafana players and some real quality all around the pitch. So it goes without saying that if you want to get past a team like Sundowns, you have to perform at your sort of maximum potential and your maximum capability. But if I can just gauge the mood of the players and the opportunity that they see in one sort of match, although it's over 2 legs away from being in another final, I think they're really hungry, have a high desire to get ourselves into another final. So really looking forward to the challenge on Wednesday. It'll be a big challenge for us, but if you want to be competing and winning and making finals, you have to overcome the best teams that there are available, and Sundowns is the best currently. So not easy, but going in with a lot of optimism.
Thank you very much, Coach. And Major, Coach touched on it there a little bit about the mood in camp. If you could share maybe just from the players' perspective how exciting it is to be able to compete in the MTN and in a semi-final against a team like Mamelodi Sundowns.
Good afternoon to everyone around, and in the camp, I feel like we're preparing well, we're doing well, and we're sticking together as a team. So building up to this game, I feel like the mood of the team is really good, and I feel like we're going to put up a big fight. So yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Major. We'll now take questions from the floor. Questions? We'll start here in front.
Good day, Coach.
Good day.
Good day, Major. Coach, you touched on the quality of Sundowns. You have a good mixture of youngsters in your team, and some of these youngsters grew up watching some Sundowns players. What's your approach to them? Is it a matter of calming them down, or is it a matter of just trying to beat your sort of idols on the day?
Yeah, I think in these situations, I think when you have young players and players that, typically like Major, I think you just got to let them go and do what they've done to get them into this position. I don't think we need to curb, the enthusiasm. I think we all know that our team is a youthful team, so we have a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of exuberance, and sometimes you just need that to be unleashed. And when you play a team like Sundowns, it's I don't think us as a club have got anything to lose. They haven't had the best history in this tournament, so I believe the pressure's all on them to advance, having lost 2 finals last season. So I think it's just go out there and enjoy yourself and express yourself, and we've got trust and we've got faith in the players, that they'll go out, and all I ask every game is just give me 100%, and more than that I can't ask. And if each and everyone gives 100% in our preparation, in our approach, in our mentality, in our tactical and technical sort of approach to the game, and we play the game at 100%, then that's all I can ask for. And go out there and enjoy. It's not often you make semi-finals. It's not often that you are playing against a team such as Sundowns with all their really good quality players. So it's a good test for our young players also to see where you're at and to see what you need to do to get to that level. So obviously having Brian in our squad, he's been at Sundowns for a number of years. He sort of knows the type of mentality that Sundowns have, and to have an experienced player like him, also working and training with the younger players and just imparting that type of knowledge, eventually teams are on a perch, and it's our responsibility to knock them off there. So it starts with just putting in a really big performance and playing to your best.
My coach is Nathan from Far Post. You talk about playing finals. Semi-finals. You're saying it's not often one gets to do that. I think it's your fourth in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Fifth, which means maybe
You're
now
mistaken.
you've got a know-how when it comes to handling this type of game. Do you feel like now you can do better? Obviously, last year you were eliminated by Pirates. Do you feel like as a team you have grown in terms of handling these type of matches?
I think most definitely. Last year, this time we played Pirates in a home and away leg. Wasn't too much different. We couldn't play at our home ground. We played at Athlone, although it was in the Western Cape. If you recall, we sort of lost that game. A little bit unlucky with a red card and a late sort of goal from them. We went away and beat them 1-0 and lost out on away goals. So we were very disappointed in not making that final. And I think that experience that we got from sort of that match, plus some of the other losses that we had in semi-finals, I think when you expose yourself and get into that many semi-finals, you can only learn and grow from it. And fortunately, we were able to make a final last year. So I do believe those experiences, even the experiences from last year. I mean, we played Sundowns in the Nedbank semi-final again. You know, we took them all the way to the wire. A little bit unfortunate, maybe not to at least take the game to sort of extra time and such. But so yeah, lessons have been learned, and we can only grow. And the more you're in semi-finals, the more you're knocking on the door to make finals, the more the door will open. So we've given ourselves another opportunity, and again, we've got here, and it's our responsibility to give ourselves the best chance to make a final.
Coach, Nkululeko Dladla from SABC Sport. I'm here, Coach. Coach, we've spoken about this in the last 3 weeks. Even on Friday, we spoke to CEO Rob. In terms of transfers, we know that almost all big teams in South Africa, they usually take from Stellenbosch. And this tournament, you're playing against Mamelodi Sundowns, who are big spenders. So you'll also, the young players will sell themselves to these teams. How do you deal with the fact that your players are wanted? How do you motivate them in terms of focusing on the team, forgetting about their own ambitions?
Yeah, I think I've always said that, I think all football clubs in South Africa, whether it's development, whether it's amateur, whether it's professional, we have a responsibility to develop and create opportunities for players so that they, can enhance our national ambition. So when clubs like Sundowns, who already, have 7, 8 starting Bafana players in their midst, if you add Rainers, it's probably 9 now. When teams are like them are interested in your players, I think there's 2 ways to look at it. Obviously, it can be a bit irritating, because you want to sort of, have your own ambitions as a team, but also, on the other hand, you've got to look at it and be proud of what we're doing as a football club. To see so many players coming through and then, enhancing their careers and going forward, I still believe, players like Olowetu, Makanya, MLS, those are, really top moves for him. Antonio van Wyk now going to sort of Austria. I believe it'll be probably finalised soon, if not already finalised. We've got to look at it and say, I as a coach am here to sort of board people and just keep everybody and that. So there's a time and a place for people to move on. Every year, the more we establish ourselves as a football club, the more successful we become, the more we advance in African continental competitions, the more our players are starting to make the Bafana squad, like recently, playing for Stellenbosch. Then a lot of them, there's a lot of interest in other players as well, but they're happy to be here and they don't want to go anywhere. So yeah, it's a little bit of, you get a little bit irritated because of the hard work you put in, and you don't maybe see the fruition all the way to the end, but at the same time you've also got to be happy for people that move on. Dino van Rooyen, it's a lifelong ambition for him to play for his boyhood club that he supported. He served us brilliantly from NFD days, served the team as a captain, the most caps. He deserves a move like that to that type of sort of team at this stage of his career, but it doesn't mean everybody. There's a place and a time for each and every situation.